Hello everybody, Dokkan Assets here. Today we are back with another V-Jump video, and today we are going to be taking a look at the January 2023 issue of V-Jump magazine. I know I am a little bit late on this one, I apologize for that. I talked about it a little bit in a recent video, but my motivation for content was just kind of not there in January. I don't really know what happened, to be honest with you, but your boy was just feeling a little burnt out, I think, from December. So we are back, though, full swing. I'm very excited to do content once again, and we're starting off with our Gohan Beast V-Jump video. So I am very excited not only to obviously take a look at this beautiful V-Jump, but as well to take a look at the card that is contained inside. I do want to let you know as well, I am filming with a brand new camera, so I do apologize if anything doesn't go as normal, because I'm still basically testing this new camera, so I hope it looks good. It should, because I did a couple of test recordings and whatnot before making this video. So let's go ahead and hop into our V-Jump here. Obviously, as you can see, for our promos today, we're of course getting the highly anticipated Gohan Beast promo. As well, we're also getting a Yu-Gi-Oh promo, and unfortunately we don't get these 3 cards in the actual package here. That would be awesome if that was the case, but unfortunately not. These guys are something else that you can order separately, I believe, with something that I think is in the V-Jump magazine. There's also the Dragon Ball Super, I almost called it Superhero, the SDBH Limit Break book that is also contained within here. And as you can see, there is some Dragon Quest information. I actually don't know what that is, so we're gonna find out. On the spine for today's video, we have a very nice one with, of course, the V-Jump logo on the side. It's not focusing for some reason. I apologize about that. But on the side there, we have all of the characters, there we go, who are going to be featured in this V-Jump. Of course, they always do this where they show the manga that is going to be there. And for the back, we have another Dragon Ball The Breakers back. I'm sure that they are doing their best to advertise this, all things considered. Let me also turn off the light so that way we're not getting the reflection on the back there, because I know for a fact that this game is not doing as well as I think that they hoped. By the way, I know we were looking at the cover the entire time, but man, this cover is so cool, dude. I might have to get this one framed, I'm not gonna lie. I have all of my V-Jumps like basically stacked up so you can see all the spines next to each other, but man, this one is just so cool. Your boy might just have to frame this one. Alright. So starting us off here, we have our Monster Hunter Sunbreak, and of course Street Fighter 5, or wait, Street Fighter 6, that's right, Street Fighter 5 already came out. That logo does not look like a 6 to me, I'm sorry. I know it's supposed to be like a stylized logo, but man, when I look at that, I do not see that logo and think of a 6. We have a One Piece Figuarts Zero set here, which is pretty cool. We have Luffy, we have Law, and I actually don't know who that character is, because again, your boy is not caught up on One Piece, unfortunately, but I will be eventually. Let me also make sure real quick that we're in focus. We should be. It looks good on my end, but I just want to make sure for you guys that it is focused. All right, so we got Blue Eyes, I know who that is, with Rush Duel on the side there, which is pretty cool. We have the Dragon Ball section already coming up here. I'm surprised that it's this quick into the video. We have some SDBH cards here, which is pretty cool. Obviously, these SDBH cards are the new set where they're doing these special ones with the different scenes from the anime, which I think is really, really cool, honestly. I'm definitely a fan of the way that they are doing these. They look very, very nice. We have the boy Gohan Beast talking about, of course, the anniversary shenanigans for the 12th anniversary of SDBH. We have, what is this? Okay, so here, this is the Limit Break book. Interestingly enough, this is just something that is like included in the V-Jump magazine. This isn't something that's like a separate piece or anything like that. They literally were just like, yep, included in there. So I'm just going to open it up here. I don't think this is actually the first page, so I apologize, and I'm doing this a little bit out of order. But I'm just kind of grabbing it and opening it because I think technically, yeah, this would be the page before. We're actually going a little backwards here, but that's okay. Just trying to be able to get this in the easiest way possible, and this is definitely way easier. Okay, so yeah, this is basically just explaining the basics as far as I can understand of SDBH stuff, because this is talking about the different classes throughout the years at the bottom there, which is pretty cool. Because obviously with your protagonist character, even though traditionally it would be beat or note, you can pick a bunch of different races from the Dragon Ball franchise, which is pretty cool. Let me see if I can't close this side so we can get less shadow on here. There we go. Kinda, not really. That is cool, though, with all of these Super Saiyan 4s there. Obviously, those guys are there in reference to the ones on the cover, which is really cool. And obviously, talking about those cards there. Oh, there he is. There he is, the boy Gohan Beast. This is a super sick card. I definitely want to get this one where it's like this exchange Orange Piccolo and Gohan Beast. I think that is a super sick card, and definitely a super sick piece of art in general, right? Like, who wouldn't want that in their collection? It's just so awesome, and the actual like thing in game is really cool. Oh, this must be some fan art. This is cool. Oh yeah, this was from the anniversary live stream. I remember seeing this on there. That's pretty cool. Yeah, talking about all the different fan art that they got submitted. Some very nice stuff in there. A lot of people thought that this Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta was like some kind of Legends art or something like that, but it was just someone's piece of fan art that was really good, which is kind of funny that the art was so good it bamboozled everybody. Yeah, so we now have Ultra God Mission 1 in terms of the manga, which I'm going to pick up at some point, and issue 2 of the brand new Dragon Ball Heroes manga, which I'm also going to pick up at some point. Every time I go to my local store that has this kind of stuff, I always get bamboozled. Look at the SDBH cards, bro. Oh, so beautiful. Also tells you how late I am on this video. I apologize. But nonetheless, what do you call it? Ah, yeah, speaking of Gohan Beast, there he is right there. Legends Limited Gohan Beast. Very, very cool. I was honestly like so shocked that Legends kind of got the dub on this one. Not just the fact that they got out Gohan Beast first, right? Like they... Oh, hold on. My camera is moving. There we go. All better now. We have Dragon Ball The Breakers on the side there, talking about the androids being introduced as enemy characters, I believe. As well, you can also see in the corner there, there's a little Chaozu that you can get your player character to have on their back, which is kind of funny. We have, of course, the Bardock DLC on the side there, which is pretty cool. I know a lot of people were really excited for that. Funny enough, that actually came out recently, ironically enough, that this V-Jump is from technically January. But I guess that makes sense. We have Pan and Trunks and Vegeta all coming up as SH Figuarts figures, which is pretty exciting for sure. I'm definitely going to be copping Vegeta, I think. I don't have a Super Saiyan Vegeta figure, especially in the Armor, so that will be pretty cool. I've already pre-ordered Pan, because unfortunately the only way to get her is from Premium Bandai, and oh man, that's a whole nother topic for another video. I'm not gonna destroy your ears with that one, but this is pretty cool. Obviously, this is the Blu-ray for Dragon Ball Super Superhero. As well, you can also see the art that has been pretty well known for being the Blu-ray box art on the side there. This is talking about the Dragon Ball official site, which was something that was introduced semi-recently. And we have more information about it. And of course, the page that you've all been waiting for. Look at that bad boy right there. Let me focus. Yeah, I apologize. I'm still kind of getting used to this camera, so the focus on some of the close-up shots might be a little bit goofy, but we'll have to see. I'm going to have it try and be fixed for the next video. The nice thing is about doing a V-Jump video to kind of be one of the test runs for this camera, right, is that because it really is like two angles, right? It's, you know, when I'm reading it and when I'm zoomed in to either, you know, show you something towards the camera or showing one of the promo cards that we get, it's a little bit easier to have this be the test video because, you know, with a figure unboxing video, obviously, you know, everything is moving all over the place, you know, 24/7/65. So, all right. Ho, ho, ho. Look at him, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, ho, ho. That is so sick, dude. Holy cow. That is really cool. Let me get an even closer up shot here. Will it focus that close? Yeah, baby. Oh, that's a nice card right there. Here's the back if you're curious. Basically just the same art as the front with the standard little Gohan Beast icon up in the corner to sort of represent that this is indeed a Gohan Beast card. I'm so excited to have this thing, dude. I've really wanted some kind of Gohan Beast like SDBH card for a little while now. So your boy is very excited about that. Honestly, like absolutely jacked to have that, to say the least. All right. Moving back to our V-Jump magazine here, I think we only have one more promo actually in this one, which is kind of crazy because usually I feel like there's more promos. You know, usually there's like an SDBH one and a Yu-Gi-Oh one, and sometimes we've had the Dragon Quest one, sometimes we've had the Monst Strike one. You know, we usually have like a bunch of promos, but I think this time it's only SDBH and Yu-Gi-Oh, which is fine by me. I certainly don't mind because obviously like those are probably the two promos I'd want the most. We have Dragon Quest on the side there though, which does look pretty cool. Yeah, sometimes we do get Dragon Quest promos. I just want to make sure that it's focused. I'm sorry. I know I'm being a little finicky with it because obviously since this is my first video, well, technically this is my second video using the new camera, which is my new phone. Oh look, they even made a little binder for this game too, just like they did for SDBH. So that's pretty cool. Because this is my first video covering something on the new camera, I obviously want to make sure that all the settings are correct and whatnot. And obviously I'm going to have to do a little bit of testing and whatnot between the videos to make sure. But like I said, with V-Jump, right, this is a good video to test it out on. This, I don't know why they put Halloween art in the January issue of V-Jump, but that art is pretty sick, I'm not going to lie. That is cool. I really like this art style. Obviously, this is that sort of like classic Toriyama Dragon Quest art style modernized, basically, I think would be the best way to put it. Very, very cool. Yeah, I don't know why there's a Halloween art in the January issue when like we're seeing a bunch of stuff from Christmas time in here as well. I don't know. It's a little bit goofy, but it is what it is. All right, let's skip to the end of this manga section here. And then we should be good to go. Yeah, okay, so this is the last page here. Perfect. Yeah, so I'm hoping that this new camera works good. Honestly, from what I've seen so far from just reading through V-Jump and when I've been pausing to look at it, besides the focusing issue, I gotta say, I think that the footage looks way better personally than it did on the other camera, if I do say so myself, at least so far, right? Like besides when I do this and then I have to, you know, come over here and then hit the focus button, which is fine. I just wish it was more like autofocus, you know? But it looks good, I think. I think the like true 60 FPS is really doing the footage good too, because before I feel like it, even though it said it was 60 FPS, it didn't look like 60 FPS that I've seen in like games and other stuff. But from looking at it, it definitely looks 60 FPS to me. It could also just be the screen and the fact that it wasn't displaying it properly because the screen wasn't powerful enough to display it properly either. That could have definitely been the issue. But we have an Xyz card for our Yu-Gi-Oh promo today, which is really, really cool. This thing is sick. Not sure what this card is. Obviously, it's some kind of lamb or something like that. But this is really cool. I really like the aesthetic of the Xyz cards. This was kind of the era of Yu-Gi-Oh that I was really playing in. I was playing in sort of like the 5Ds and then the Zexal era. So definitely a little nostalgic to me, but that's really cool. Definitely pretty sick. I wonder what this card is. I'll have to look this card up online or ask one of my buddies who's a Yu-Gi-Oh head after I film this video, because he'll know right off the bat. I don't even have to like, I'll just be like, hey, it's a card with a lamb on it. And he'll be like, oh, that's blah, 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 because he's just that big of a Yu-Gi-Oh head. So I will have to ask him about it. But very cool promo card. Always happy to get Yu-Gi-Oh promos because like, you know, it's something that I kind of recognize rather with like, you know, Monst Strike card game or whatever. You know, it's just like, oh, you know, that's cool. I mean, it's anime, but like, it's there. All right, here is this page for the Lamb card. I assume giving you some detail on this. Of course, we have the advertising for the OCG. How do you call this a secret utility box if you're advertising it? How does that make sense? And then it's not a secret, my guy. That's not how that works. All right. Oh, that looks like an evolved version of Firewall Dragon. I do know that because a homie of mine is a really big fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains. And so he has kind of indulged me in some Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains cards. So I do know a couple of those. But this looks like some pendulum shenanigans. I have no idea what's going on the left side there, if I'm being honest with you. I have no clue. I see Shark down there, though, and Yusei. I recognize those guys. And also somebody from GX, I think. Oh, this is the dual disc. The Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's dual disc. They actually made this monstrosity into, into a real dual disc? I see. Interesting. Okay. I mean, they do make, like, the dual disc into a real thing, you know, every season, I think. I don't know. Actually, I don't remember seeing one for Zexal, now that I say that out loud. I remember seeing one for GX, obviously, for the original series. Maybe 5Ds? I'm not sure, honestly, actually. But regardless, though, I can't believe they made that thing into a dual disc. They really went, like, too hard with the 7s aesthetic, if you ask me, on a Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s. They were going a little bit too crazy on that one, if I may be so bold to say that take. Let's see what crazy art we got at the back here. That's really cool. I don't know why there's lemons. Maybe this is like Lemon Magician or something like that. Or Orange Magician. I guess that could also be oranges. Yu-Gi-Oh's art style, though, is super sick. All right, there we go. Okay. Now we are at the back. We are at the section where they talk about the different cards and the characters that were in the duel. All that fun stuff. We have whatever's going on back here. I assume just more talking about like the cards that were used in this particular issue of the manga. I see Yugi. I see Goku. What? I guess we're already out of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Section. Interesting. All right. Yeah, they use this render of Goku a lot. I mean, I guess it makes sense because it's basically Goku giving like a, you know, hey, it's me, Goku pose. But to be fair, though, you know, I see a lot of this, like, the very solid art from all these different franchises. I see it reused again. Okay, so that little guy is from Dragon Quest. Okay, that's good to know. Interesting. Dragon Quest Treasures. Very interesting. Okay, we have... What Dragon Quest game is? Maybe this is just Dragon Quest Treasures. I guess that would make sense, considering that's what it said on the literal page before this. Goofy. Oops, did not... Oh, that would have been so terrible if I would have ripped that. I actually would have been so sad, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, so I might actually try and get this one framed. I don't know, it's a little difficult because, like, on one hand, you know, when I eventually get, like, a giant bookshelf, I would love to be able to put all of my V-jumps, like, back to back to back, you know, so I'd have all, like, the spine showing and whatever. But this particular one, I would absolutely love to have this one be, like, in a actual, you know, framed thing. This is interesting that this is, like, a mini manga here. Or is this supposed to be an advertisement? Wait, because this is only, like, 2 pages long, and then it goes into an ad. Interesting. I'm not exactly sure what that was, but it was kind of cool. That giant slime is also very funny. Alright, so let's skip the manga section here. Moro, Gas, Frieza, Dragon Ball Super. Look at it, goes from this to just... Okay, that Super Saiyan 3 Goku art is so raw, though, by the way. Holy cow. That's pretty cool. This is basically just, I guess, an interview with, I assume, Toyotaro, talking about different characters. Launch! Oh my gosh! They didn't forget she exists! She's there! All these sick characters on the screen. Well, I guess technically for you on the screen. on the page. And, of course, Launch is the one that is noticed. Because Toriyama forgot her. That is a terrifying face. What manga is that? Holy cow. Big Mom is less scary, and Big Mom is terrifying. Alright. We got Luffy. These look like some basic cards here. There are some cool stuff in the corner, though. I have been seeing, from what I understand, this card game has been doing pretty decently, which is cool. Ah, this game actually just came out recently. One Piece Odyssey. I know that for a fact. I've been seeing some people talk about that game, which is pretty cool. Usopp, One Piece Treasure Cruise. Very cool. We are kind of halfway done here. Bounty Rush. Thousand Storm. Oh, speaking of Bounty Rush, I know I always meme about... I think I more meme about Thousand Storm. But I actually found some people on the Twitter timeline the other day who were playing Bounty Rush. I was shocked. I was like, wait a minute. People actually play games besides Treasure Cruise when it comes to One Piece gachas? There's no way. So that was pretty interesting because I always was like, man, ain't nobody playing these games, but I guess there are people for it. I mean, it makes sense. Every game has an audience. We have Ultra Impact with Present Mike. Pretty cool. Captain Tsubasa as well. The DLC episode is what that says. DLC? Oh my gosh, look at all of these boys here. We got Gyakyo, we got Pesci, we got his brother, we got the boy Risotto Nero. Very cool. For All-Star Battle R. Wait, this game has DLC? Why are all these characters just not included? It's a remake of an old game. That's the whole point. You're supposed to include all the DLC. Maybe it's free DLC? I don't know. Well, here's the Last Survivor JoJo game. And apparently there was a competition in 2022 where you got a Solo Survivor shirt. Very interesting. It's crazy that even arcade games in Japan have like such a big audience like that. The fact that, you know, they can grind the game so much that it warrants a tournament. I mean, like SDBH has that, but to be fair, SDBH does have like home console versions of it, right? So you could technically practice there. And I mean, to be fair, the gameplay of SDBH is basically just, you know, a giant quick time event for all the battles. So obviously, that's a little bit easier to practice than like a game where it's a battle royale where you need to fight a bunch of people. Alright, so we have the Naruto official site, which I guess makes sense considering they made a Dragon Ball 1. We have Boruto on the side there. Obviously, that person isn't Boruto, but, you know, the manga is Boruto. Also, why are the pages always so square? I feel like in other mangas that I see in here, the paneling is so much more interesting. And for the Boruto manga, it's so, like, basic, I guess, would be the best way to put it. Alright. So we have some advertisements here. We have a V-Jump manga of V-Jump Man, Red V-Jump Man specifically, playing SDBH. Yo, this is sick. Obviously talking about the cards that they went over in this issue and the new manga. That is really funny. Dressing up as Great Saiyaman. I think I bumped the camera there. I apologize. That is super funny. Holy cow. Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Beat there. Okay, it's so weird seeing like the cards like in 3D, right? Or 3D. Seeing them in like normal images with the manga like style also there. Oh, there's Mario and Rabbids. That's pretty cool. Did not expect that to get a advertisement in here. Nintendo Village though, we have more Splatoon 3. I know a lot of people really like this game. And I can't necessarily blame them either. Pokemon, let's go! Very fun game. I love Scarlet and Violet so much. I really, really like the game a lot. Like, I think it would be one of my favorite Pokemon games of all time if it just wasn't riddled with bugs and lag. Like, if the game ran better, I honestly think that I would, like, give it so much of a higher rating on my Pokemon tier list. Because in terms of... Oh, look at that classic Mega Man. In terms of the story and, like, the, you know, the actual gameplay itself and, you know, like, the Pokemon and all that stuff, It's fantastic. Also, Goat Simulator 3. I was just gonna move past that, but I feel like that's something that you really can't pass up. All right. Square Enix Station, talking about some new Square games. But yeah, I really wish that Scarlet and Violet ran better, dude. Like, if it did, it might be my favorite Pokemon game of all time. It would certainly be up there for sure, right? Like, I definitely think that I will always be nostalgia blind to my favorite Pokemon games, right? Like, I think I'll always say that, like, my favorite game is Heart Gold and Soul Silver and, you know, like, Platinum and stuff like that. But for, like, a modern Pokemon game, well, to be fair, in my opinion, I think Legends Arceus is the best modern Pokemon game, but that's obviously a spin-off, right? Like, that's not the main series. So I don't know if I could technically count that in my lineup, you know? So if we're talking main series games, honestly, I think out of any of the modern Pokemon games, Scarlet and Violet is easily the best. If it didn't have all these technical issues holding it down. Because that's really what, you know, the main problem with it is. I apologize that I bumped my camera, by the way. Let me see if I can bump that a little bit back into place. There we go. Hit it with a little bonk, because it looked a little lopsided. Lots of pages of our ZX card game shenanigans going on here. And we have Battle Spirits as well. All these funny card games are getting their love right here in the back. I feel like every single one is represented here, though. I feel like we don't always see, like, all of them. Like, we see either a couple of them or one of them. But I feel like Battle Spirits, ZX card game, all of them are getting the shine here in this issue. Digimon card game as well. Why does it say Fire Emblem? That can't be, I don't think that's actually Nintendo Fire Emblem there. I'm pretty sure that character's name just happens to be Fire Emblem. Or something like that. Because that definitely wasn't a Fire Emblem character that I recognized. Though, to be fair, I'm not necessarily caught up on the modern Fire Emblem shenanigans. I haven't played Fire Emblem since Fates. But I have been watching a homie of mine play Fire Emblem Engage off and on. And it seems like a pretty cool game. It seems like a pretty... it's a pretty standard, but pretty good, pretty modern Fire Emblem game. Fortnite! I just realized. I didn't even notice that until I saw the big white text there. Fortnite's very fun. I can't believe I like Fortnite. Like, ever since Goku came out, bro, I have just not stopped playing Fortnite. I've played Fortnite almost every day. Granted, obviously, there's some days where you can't game, and, you know, sometimes I'm working on content or something like that, but, like, virtually every single day, your boy been playing Fortnite, which is an existence that I never thought I would end up being a part of, frankly. I don't know. It's just a fun game. I think that's really the gist of it. It's just a fun video game. It's cool. It's a cool game because, you know, it's one of those games that, like, updates all the time, right? And so every time you hop in, basically, there's something new. I mean, like, even on the daily. By the way, nothing too crazy, it seems. I mean, the TV is pretty cool, but nothing too crazy on the giveaway section this time. There's a Roomba there or something like that. Actually, that says Alexa. Maybe that's like... Wait, does Amazon make, like, Roombas? Like the Amazon Alexa Roomba or something? Can you ask your Roomba to be like... Hey, Alexa, clean my floor. I guess that must be it, right? That would make sense. Can you ask the Roomba questions like that? Like, hey, Alexa, what date was the United States founded or something like that? You know? Can you ask your Roomba those, like, questions that you would ask your Alexa? I don't know. Alright. We are almost done here. This is talking about a bunch of different products and games. I see Anya there under Marvelous in the Pokemon Company. I've never seen a page like this before. I think that was for Jump Festa. Yeah, it literally says Jump Fest up in the corner. I was gonna say, this page looks like it's something a little bit more intense than just like your standard V-Jump page. Dragon Departure. Bunch of Dragon Quest shenanigans right there. Sorry, I didn't mean to pull the camera back so far. Deku, hello. Oh, Denji! Hello, Denji. What's up, man? All right, we have, I see, Jump Shop, Blue Exorcist, whatever that is. Yep, this is Blue Exorcist, I think. No, Slam Dunk. No, that's definitely not Slam Dunk. This must just be a bunch of different like mangas that they're talking about on that page. Because that guy is definitely not from Slam Dunk. I can tell you that much right there. Absolutely not. They stuck Jumpooty and Bleach in the back? I didn't even realize that they weren't in the usual sections. They're usually like with the other gacha games. They really shoved these in the back. They really said, nah. Oh, speaking of which, I think semi-recently that Yu Yu Hakusho gacha game shut down. This one, actually, maybe. I don't know if it's this one or not. Because I don't know if they had multiple games running. But I know for a fact recently Yu Yu Hakusho game got the boot. Unfortunately. Alright. We're almost done here. Talking about some different cards and different books that you can buy. Different manga, the art book for SDBH. No idea what I'm looking at here. No, absolutely no clue. Not even going to try and pretend that I know what I'm looking at here. Oh, the funny pink manga. Okay. They have this in virtually every V-Jump. I always call this the pink manga, even though it's not always pink. But the title of it does have some pink in it. So I guess it counts. We'll count it. We'll count it. All right. Show me the last couple of pages here. Like I always say in these V-Jump videos, I like to show these mangas because these are things that, as far as I'm aware, is exclusive to V-Jump. So, obviously, you're not going to be able to find translations of those online like you are of the Yu-Gi-Oh manga or the Dragon Ball manga or whatever. Star Ocean, the Divine Force. And Digimon Ghost Game to end us off there. That concludes our January V-Jump. Oh, my arms are so tired, bro. For 2023. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hopefully this time I actually record this video on time. I'm going to try and just do it tonight, even though my arms are a little tired. But I do have, don't ask me why the cover is sideways, bro, because I have no idea. But I do have the next issue of V-Jump right here, the February issue, which funny enough, actually, my shop that I get these already got the March issue in too, so I'm going to have to go and pick that up eventually. But hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what was your favorite thing that we covered in this V-Jump video. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious for most people, and probably for me too, that, you know, the boy Gohan Beast.